some Neil Young. We're going to listen to some After the Gold Rush. We're going to listen to the first track on the album, which is Tell Me Why, released in 1970. And yeah, I'm a little bit sick. I'm trying my best because I want to listen to music and I want to record, but I know I probably don't sound amazing right now. So I'm sorry about that. I am battling a little bit of a cold or something. So, anyways, Neil Young, Tell Me Why, first track on After the Gold Rush. I just felt like listening to Neil Young, and this is the direction I chose. That's how we got here, and that's where we're going. So let us go forth. Tell Me Why. Here we go.
Sailing hardships through broken harbors, out on the waves in the night. Still a searcher must ride the dark horse, racing alone in his fright. Tell me why. Tell me why. Is it hard to make arrangements with yourself when you're old enough to repay but young enough to sell?
It's a good line.
Tell me lies later, come and see me, I'll be around for a while. I am lonely, but you can free me, all in the way that you smile. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Love that part.
Is it hard to make arrangements with yourself when you're old enough to repay but young enough to sell? Tell me why. Tell me why. Is it hard to make arrangements with yourself when you're old enough to repay but young enough to sell?
I really like that voice. That's a gentle first track to open up the album with a country twang and a folky kind of vibe to it. Neo sounds wonderful alongside of those harmonies that come in the chorus. It's a quick introduction, only barely sub 3 minutes, but it feels like a nice welcome home. This is the welcome mat before we enter the house of the rest of the album. I really like the guitar playing in here. I love the chorus and, like I said, the harmonies there. And I like the lyrics as well, especially in the chorus when he says, tell me why it's hard to make arrangements with yourself. I guess we could do this way, right? Tell me why it's hard to make arrangements with yourself, but when you're old enough to repay, but young enough to sell. So I like the idea of being old enough to perhaps have money. It doesn't have to be literally, but a wealth of something in order to repay a certain debt, but young enough to sell, to still give, or to still sell, or I don't know. I don't know exactly what he's talking about. It's just I like the way he's writing it. So I like the way he says it, because it's one of those things where you could apply whatever he's saying into many different directions. Talking about time, maybe borrowing time, and now, giving time later in life to others. So I think that's where I kind of lean with how he's saying. But let me look at the rest of it here. Sailing heart ships through broken harbors, out on the waves in the night. Still the searcher must ride the dark horse, racing alone in his fright. Tell me lies later, come and see me. Like, lie to me later, but for now, just need to be with you. I'll be around for a while. I am lonely, but you can free me, all in the way that you smile. That's all he needs. And then he repeats the lines again. I'm not sure exactly what he's saying, but I really like the lines of, like I said, when you're old enough to repay, but young enough to sell. Old enough to give back what's owed, but you're still young enough to keep on pushing, keep on moving. I don't know, something of that nature. And then looking at this, it says that the song also appears on Live at Massey Hall 1971. It was first introduced during the CSNY shows of 1970 prior to the release of Deja Vu. And it says that the song marks a shift from the hard rock of 1969 and bears more folk and country influences, which would continue into Harvest. And then the acoustic guitar is one played by Young and the other by Nils Lofgren. However, he is backed by the harmonies of Crazy Horse during the choruses. Okay. I mean, yeah, it makes sense that it's not just them two. It says here the chorus line, tell me why, is the most famous line from the song. There you go. Because typifying the introspective and melancholic nature of not just the song, but the whole album. Okay, well, that makes sense because, like I said, that line just stood out to me. I don't know exactly what it is about, but it stood out in all the right ways in all the right places. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the track. Thank you so much for being here. So I apologize about my voice. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys. Where's the credits? There they are.